everyone. I am Chef Vijay Sawant. I am having experience of 15 years industry as well as academic. Today I am going to show you a homemade simple recipe. In this I am going to use a base ingredient of Amul cheese. Before this I want to thank Amul for giving me the opportunity and Patil University School of Hospitality and Tourism Studies, Mumbai, and my director Dr. Vandana Mishra Chaturvedi for giving me an opportunity to show my skills and a talent in front of you all. In this difficult time, the situation of coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic, we know that we all are in the lockdown stage and we are going from various stress. The Amul has given us a good platform to show the skills of various chefs so that you can inculcate it and you can try it at your home. In this pandemic, we will overcome and we will come out from this difficult situation. We have to do what? We have to stay at home, we have to stay healthy, we have to be positive and try a beautiful dishes while using an Amul product. I hope everyone is going to be positive while preparing a food, because food is a such thing that we forget each and every stress. We just focus when you are preparing the food. We give a complete atma to the food so that a food is going to come out very delicious. And this is what we have to do in this lockdown stage so that we stay more positive and we are not in stress. Okay friends, now I am going to show you Amul cheese, adding cheese and onion sticks. The ingredient what I am going to use are very simple. You can try this recipe at home. This recipe is very good in taste as well as the kids are going to more love for this recipe. You know that cheese ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है कि जिससे हमको कैल्शियम मिलता है, जिससे हमको ओमेगा 3 फैटी एसिड मिलता है, जिससे हमको फास्फोरस मिलता है, विटामिन ए मिलता है, and which is very good for a body building and which is going to give you a more immunity or strong immunity. So हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हम लोग इसमें चीज़ यूज़ करेंगे एंड चीज़ से काफ़ी प्रोडक्ट बना सकते हैं. एंड इवन दी रेसिपी मैं आज आपको बता रहा हूँ, इसमें आप अलग अलग टाइप का चीज़ ऐड कर सकते हो. इसमें आप मोज़रेला अमूल का ऐड कर सकते हो, अमूल का पिज़्ज़ा चीज़ ऐड कर सकते हो, इसमें अमूल का आप प्रोसेस चीज़ ऐड कर सकते हो, इसमें अमूल का आप स्लाइस चीज़ ऐड कर सकते हो. जो भी आपके पास अवेलेबल है वो ऐड कर सकते हो. प्लस आप इसमें इंग्रेडिएंट्स भी आप थोड़े चेंज कर सकते हो एज पर योर ओन वॉट एवर अवेलेबिलिटी देयर इन योर होम. ओके, तो फ्रेंड्स आई विल शो यू द इंग्रेडिएंट्स. मैं आपको बताने जा रहा हूँ क्या क्या हम लोग लेने वाले. सबसे पहला इंग्रेडिएंट्स जो है वो है अनियंस. ओके, उसके बाद में हम लोगों को लगने वाला इसके अंदर जो है स्टफिंग, वो है अमूल चीज़. ये बहुत बेहतरीन चीज़ है. देन वी आर गोइंग टू टेक द इंग्रेडिएंट्स लाइक ऑरिगेनो, चिली फ्लेक्स, काली मिर्च, पेपरकॉर्न, salt. These are the basic ingredients which are going to mix in the cheese and you are going to get a nice flavors which are going to burst in your mouth, like how you eat a pizza which is loaded with full cheese. The same way when you are going to eat this dish, the cheese is going to burst in your mouth. For the coverings and for the coating, you require a corn flour, you require maida which is a refined flour. देन ये मैं बनाया हुआ है कॉर्नफ्लावर और मैदे का पानी डाल के मिक्स किया हुआ. इसको हमारे टर्म में इसको स्लरी बोलते हैं, विच इज़ गोइंग टू हेल्प यू फॉर अ कोटिंग. ये आपको प्रोडक्ट कोट करने काम आएगा. और देन आफ्टरवर्ड्स वी रिक्वायर्ड ब्रेड क्रम्ब पाउडर. आपके पास ब्रेड क्रम्ब नहीं है तो आप कॉर्नफ्लेक्स पाउडर यूज़ कर सकते हो. आपके पास में कॉर्नफ्लेक्स पाउडर नहीं है तो आप टोस्ट है, बटर है, इसको भी पाउडर करके आप यूज़ कर सकते हो. एंड ये भी नहीं है आपके पास में तो सबसे बेस्ट है आपके पास राइस है, राइस को थोड़ा मैश करो एंड देन यू कैन अप्लाई राइस ऑन इट. ओके, सो यू गेट अ नाइस दिस होलसम ऑफ इंग्रेडिएंट्स. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट अ रेसिपी. सो स्लोली ग्रेजुअली आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू मेक इट. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द अनियंस. ओके, दिस वी हैव टू यूज अनियन. You can take a big onions because big onions the nice, you are going to get a slice. Okay, you have to cut it. Just peel it. एक ध्यान में रखना है आपको कि जो अनियन आप यूज कर रहे हो वो अनियंस अच्छा बड़ा साइज में होना चाहिए, प्लस उसको लिटिल बिट आपको कवरिंग थोड़ा ज़्यादा निकालना है इसका, ये अनियंस का। और एक हम बड़ा अनियन लेंगे इसमें। हाँ, ये बेहतरीन है। इसको भी हम लोग अच्छा फर्मली होल्ड करेंगे, बिकॉज अनियन क्या होता है, अनियन जो है वो स्लिप होने के चांस होता है। ओके, अभी इसको, ये आप 3 या 4 अनियंस ले सकते हैं आपके रेसिपी के हिसाब से। आपको कितना क्वांटिटी बनाना है, आपको ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी बनाना है तो आप ज़्यादा अनियन ले लो, आपको कम क्वांटिटी बनाना है तो आप कम अनियंस ले लो। अनियंस का एक प्रॉपर्टीज है, अनियंस आर वेरी गुड इन एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स, दे हेल्प इन डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम and they are antibacterials. So onions is a universal ingredient which is used in kitchen in most of the recipe. You can say a 60 to 70% of recipe the onions are used. Onions gives a base to the ingredient, and because of its having a good properties, it is very good for the health. Now I am going to cut it into a big dice. Okay, like this. Right? Okay. Now I am going to open the petals like this. You can just open it slowly, slowly. If you use rough hand, then definitely it is going to break. Only the thing is, make it sure that you are taking a most outer part, because inner parts are difficult to remove. See how I am taking.
So, can you please pardon a name of recipe?
Yes.
Yeah.
The name of the recipe is cheese and onion sticks. This recipe, the very simple recipe where you are going to club a cheese into onions. You are going to stuff a cheese into onions, and then you are going to mix with the flours and the seasonings, and then you are going to deep fry this. This is very simple recipe, but very good in the summer time, because onion is very good in summer for the health, as well as in the rainy seasons everyone like to have a onion pakoda. So same way it is going to give a little bit taste of the Indian dish which we eat, Indian pakodas, onion pakodas. But you can have a lot of, even you can add a besan into this. आप बेसन ऐड करोगे तो आपको with the cheesy stuff with onion pakoda it flavors you are going to get it. देखो एक अनियंस मैंने लिया है और आप देखिए कितना क्वांटिटी मुझे मिला हुआ है, right? Rest of the onions you are not supposed to throw, you just have to reserve it. आप इसको रिजर्व करके अलग रख सकते हो. Okay, now you can see how I have taken the onions. Now I am just going to keep these onions, and now I am going to make a stuffing. Okay. See, I am taking the onions. I am just keeping here. Now I am going to take a sliced cheese which was readily available with me. So I am just taking Amul sliced cheese. See. This is everyone's favorite, and everyone's refrigeration is loaded with the Amul cheese or a sliced cheese mostly used in a sandwich. It is not like that the cheese only which is sliced we are supposed to use in a sandwich. You can make any kind of sauce from this cheese, or you can just use how I am using it into the various recipes. See, in this lockdown period, it's very difficult to find out the ingredients in the market. I know that when one or two times I have been to purchase, but I didn't found the ingredients what I was required. But a chef is a person who can make a recipe whatever the ingredients is available with him. Then only he is a skilled person and having a good ideas about how to utilize the product which is there in your house. You are not supposed to say the ingredient which I am not having, how can I will prepare it. One more packet I will take it. Okay. Now I have taken around 5 packets of cheese. In this I am going to add the oregano which is over here. Then I am going to add a chili flakes. I am going to add a black peppercorn which is kali mirch. I am not going to add salt because a cheese itself is a salty and having a sodium into it. So you have to balance a salt when you are making any kind of preparation with the cheese, because if salt is too much and the cheese they are going to overpower. So make it sure that the limited amount of ingredients you add accordingly. This is the oregano. Then I am going to take chili flakes. Chili flakes is going to give you a little bit of spiciness which is going to trigger your appetite. You know that peppercorn is very good for your throat as well as for a stomach lining, and it is also going to boost your immunity because itself is having a good properties. Okay, these ingredients we have taken. Now you can see how it is look. Now just mash it. You have to make it like a dough. See how I have taken. I have just make it like a dough. You can take Amul processed cheese also. You can take a kind of a grated cheese of Amul. See, this is my favorite recipe. Even my kids also love. If I am preparing them for this dish, they are very happy. And how your kid will also very happy, and even you will be also very happy while having this dish. देखिए, मैंने अभी इसको पूरा अपना जैसे डो बनाते हम लोग आटे का वैसे मैंने इसको मिक्स कर दिया. तो इसके अंदर जो सारे फ्लेवर्स है चिली फ्लेक्स के, उसके बाद में ऑरिगेनो के, उसके बाद में काली मिर्च के और सॉल्ट तो खुद है इसमें. तो ये एक बन गया है. ओके, अभी ये जो बनाया मैंने ये आप उसको 1 हफ्ते तक स्टोर कर सकते हो. इसको अच्छे से प्लास्टिक रैप लगा के या एयरटाइट जार में आप इसको बंद करके रख सकते हो. एंड जब भी आपको लगा आपका मूड किया है कि आपको बनाना है ये प्रोडक्ट, तो आप इसको दोबारा निकाल के बना सकते हो. ओके, नाउ आई एम टेकिंग अनियन. सी दिस इज व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू फिल इट इनटू इट. इट्स वेरी सिंपल. देखिए, ठीक है, ये मैंने ऐसे रख दिया. उसके बाद में मैंने दूसरा लिया. देखिए, चीज़ डाल दिया. इट्स लाइक ए शेल. इसको बंद कर दीजिए. सिंपल है. और इवन ये रेसिपी जो है बच्चों को देना, बच्चे इसको एंजॉय करेंगे बनाते वक्त और उनको अच्छा लगेगा. उनको लगेगा कि यस, इवन आई कैन ऑल्सो डू सच काइंड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन. सी, ये ऐसे आपको शेल स्टफ करके रखना है. देखिए, चिली फ्लेक्स अच्छा इसके ऊपर आया हुआ है. देखिए, और चीज़ मेक इट श्योर चीज़ आप जो ले रहे हैं वो आइस नहीं चाहिए, और चीज़ आइस होगा तो वो पानी छोड़ेगा, और उसके बाद में जो ये हम बना रहे डिश ये वाटर बेस्ड हो जाएगा। इसलिए चीज़ को कभी भी ध्यान में रखिए। ये चीज़ मैंने नॉर्मल फ्रिज में रखा हुआ है और इसको 1 घंटा पहले मैंने बाहर रखा हुआ है। तो क्या हो गया, ये चीज़ जो है ये अच्छा नॉर्मल इसमें टेम्परेचर में आया हुआ है, और इसे मैं अच्छा मिक्स करके देखिए अब डिपेंड्स ऑन यू हाउ मच क्वांटिटी ऑफ टू मेक इट। देखिए अभी ये 1 3 3 6 7 और एक हम बना देंगे। देखिए चीज़ इसके अंदर बैठ गया। अभी ये चीज़ को हम लोग को उसको लॉक करना है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, इसके ऊपर हम लोग दूसरा शेल अटैच कर देंगे। देखिए ये बंद हो गया। ओके, अभी इसको मैं बंद कैसे करूँ, इसको मैं सीधा टूथपिक लेगा और टूथपिक के अंदर इसको मैं बंद कर दिया। ठीक है, देखिए it's very simple, and you know that onion and cheese it's having a good flavor। और आपको पता है जब अनियन कुक होता है तो इसका एक खुद का स्वाद होता है जो बहुत ही टेस्टी होता है, एंड बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब हम अनियन चीज़ और उसके साथ में थोड़ा ऑरिगेनो फ्लेवर जब आता है।
Sir, chef,
Yes?
some people joined right now, like they are late for your
Okay,
video, so they want a written recipe of this.
definitely I will give you written recipe.
It will be available on Amul's page on this video,
Yes,
so you can get
definitely.
it.
See, I am blocking it. Those who have come late, again, once again I am repeating that I am making a simple homemade recipe while using Amul cheese, and the recipe name is onion and cheese sticks. See, very simple. See how the cheese is trapped in between 2 onions, and make it sure ये थोड़ा टाइट होना चाहिए। It shouldn't be loose. Okay, लूज नहीं होना चाहिए, थोड़ा टाइट होना चाहिए। आपको लग रहा है कि अनियन ब्रेक हो रहा है तो आप अच्छा दूसरा अनियन ले सकते हो फ्रेश। देखिए सिंपल, वेरी सिंपल। देखिए मैं इसको अच्छे से बाइंड करके चीज़ के साथ में सी। ओके, नाउ दिस इज रेडी। नाउ व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू कीप इट अवे, एंड नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद द फ्लावर। ओके, जिसको हम लोग मिक्स करने वाले हैं। तो ये मैंने लिया थोड़ा सा कॉर्नफ्लावर, ये ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मैं लूँगा 1-2 चम्मच। ठीक है, अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 30 ग्राम। एंड देन आई एम गोइंग टू टेक अ मैदा विच इज रिफाइंड फ्लावर। दिस इज ऑल्सो आई एम गोइंग टू टेक अ 2 स्पून। राइट नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू add little bit of oregano again, because to get the flavor from outside. Right, again little bit of chili flakes. Okay, and then I'm going to add kali mirch, you can see, and now I have to add a flour. This is where the now I have to add a salt. This is where the salt timing has come. See, little bit of salt, approximately around 5 gram. Okay, this is ready. Now I have to just mix it this. Right, you can see how it, you can mix it with spoon, or you can just mix it, just shake the bowl. Okay, this is ready. Now I am going to take again this all sticks and I am going to put it in this. Okay. Now again you have to just shake it, right, so that the flour is going to coat. Okay. Okay, this is done. Now the thing is that you have to just take oil and put it into a kadai, and then you have to switch on the gas. Just light the gas. The temperature which you are using for frying, make it sure it is on a moderate heat. It is not on a very high flame, because the oil, when it coming to that particular level, a smoking point level, it is going to spoil your product. So make it sure the oil temperature should be balanced. When you have just switch on it, after 3 to 4 minutes you can fry it. Okay. Now this is dredged. Why I have dredged this into the flour? Because onion is having a water, and as well as it is having a water, the flour is going to take all the water. Means this flour is going to absorb the water and it is going to stick to the onion ring. Okay. Now this is ready. Now I am going to take a corn flour. I am going to take breadcrumbs. Okay. See.
Chef, there is a question from Miss Priyanka.
Yes.
She is asking that why don't you choose a dry coating instead of this flour? She want to ask that.
Dry coating.
Yep.
The thing is that dry coating, if you coat, we have to make it sure that breadcrumb is also going to attach to it. See, now the breadcrumb is also we have to attach, so we required a wet coating for this. Without wet coating, the breadcrumb is not going to stick to the onion. See, it is a 50% of refined flour, and if it is a 50% of, see, it should be little bit thick slurry, so that it is going to coat nicely, right? See. Now I am going to take one stick. Okay, this one stick I have taken. Then I am going to dip into this. See, and just make it sure the excess slurry or the excess coating should be removed, and just put it over. Continuous process, same. You don't have to put everything because it is going to spoil. Right? Again, put it over here. This is a continuous process. And while adding a flour, it's become more tight. The toothpick holds the onions very nicely and the cheese very nicely. See how I am doing. Slowly, gradually. Cooking requires timing, because you can't be very hurry or you can't be slow. Whatever timing required for cooking, you have to give it. हम ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कि बाबा गैस बहुत फास्ट करो और प्रोडक्ट हम लोगों का जल्दी बनेगा. उससे क्या होता है, उससे आप न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू लॉस कर रहे हो, एज वेल एज यू आर गोइंग टू हीटिंग दैट प्रोडक्ट विथ इट्स वैल्यूज. सो जो टाइमिंग है हमको खाना बनाने के लिए, उसको लगने वाला ही है. हम बोलेंगे कि इसको हाई प्रेशर से दो, येस द प्रोडक्ट विल कुक, but you are not going to get that particular flavor and the taste. So this is what the skills of the chef is there, where when you require a proper timing for the food is going to become very nice. Okay. Now slowly, gradually you have to rub this into. See how the coating is. Got it? आप थोड़ा सा कॉर्नफ्लावर ब्रेड क्रम इसके ऊपर आप डाल सकते हो। देखिए और आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि बराबर कोटिंग नहीं हुआ है तो अगेन आप इसको डिप करो एंड दोबारा आप इसको कोट कर सकते हो। देखिए मुझे लगा कि इसमें बराबर से कोट नहीं हो रहा है तो मैं दोबारा उसको ले लिया एंड अगेन दोबारा मैंने उसको कोट किया। तो यू कैन सी द कोटिंग इज प्रॉपरली फिक्स्ड।
Chef,
Yes.
Vivina wants to know how to make a slurry. Can you please?
Slurry is very simple. You require 50% of maida and 50% of corn flour because a corn flour is having a strong binding properties. So it is going to bind it very nicely. So the slurry, our culinary term, it's called a slurry, but you can call just a mixture of maida and a corn flour while adding a water. Okay, now see everything is coated properly. Okay, again it is not coated properly, so again we will do it. Now what we'll do, we'll slowly gradually we'll just put it into a oil. Okay, but before that we have to check that whether the oil is see how it is frying. The temperature shouldn't be very high because the cheese is going to burst inside and the onion is also supposed to cook. So make it sure the temperature is not high. Otherwise, a breadcrumb is going to burn and you will think that it is cooked, but the product is raw from inside. And you don't have to put each and everything together. Otherwise, it is going to stick to each other. See how I am adding it.
Chef, there is a question for you again.
Yes.
Miss Rashmi Rinku want to know that before breadcrumbs की जगह पे हम बिस्किट का काइंड ऑफ चूरा यूज कर सकते हैं क्या इन दिस रेसिपी?
हम बिस्किट का चूरा यूज कर सकते हैं बट आपको वो फिर बेकिंग करना पड़ेगा। आप फ्राइंग करने जाओगे तो बिस्किट इट्स हैविंग अ वेरी लो डेंसिटी, व्हेन इट कम्स इन द कांटेक्ट ऑफ फ्राइंग इट विल गेट बर्न. So I will suggest if you are having toast or if you are having butter in a house or if you are having cornflakes और आपके पास में you can take a chickpeas. चिकपीस है तो आप चिकपीस का कोटिंग कर सकते हो. चिकपीस को आपको बॉईल करके आप उसको ड्राई करके आप उसका पाउडर बना के रख सकते हो. ये फ्राई हो रहा है. ऑयल का टेम्परेचर अच्छा होने के कारण अच्छा फ्राई हो जाएगा. देखिए
Chef, can we fry this in air fryer instead of frying like deep fry?
Yes, you can fry it in air fryer, but you have to make it sure that you are just putting the cornflour slurry, which shouldn't be more thick. It should be little bit of it's not going to be thick because deep fry we require a thick slurry, but when you are putting in air fryer we have to reduce the moisture. So if you are putting more slurry, the moisture content will be more higher into it, and the product is going to become soggy, not crisp. So make it sure that
Chef, have you added a seasoning in slurry?
no, I have not added seasoning because there will be too much of seasoning. I've already have added into a cheese and I've already added into flour. So it will be too much of seasoning. So make it sure you are not adding into. See how the cheese is coming out. See cheese. You can use the egg coating also if you want to make it into a non-veg product. Or I have kept it simple and I have kept it vegetarian. So because of that I have used corn flour. Otherwise you can use the egg coating also. But make it sure again the egg get immediately burned. So moderate temperature. Afterwards you can increase the heat.
Chef, Miss Sarita wants to know about a recipe of stuffing again, please. Can you?
The recipe of stuffing, you require any kind of cheese, Amul cheese. You can grate it, you can mash it, okay? You can chop it, and then you have to add chili flakes, oregano, and you can add black pepper into it. See, you can see the cheese, how the cheese is coming out. Okay, now it is done. You will just remove it. You can take it in the absorbent cover. See the cheese, how the cheese is coming. You can take it on an absorbent paper. You can see the cheese. Just after removing, you have to switch off the gas. Right? See how the cheese is bursting out. You can see how the cheese is bursting out. Okay. Now we are going to do a short plating. You can serve it with the help with mayonnaise. Just you have to put it and here it's a homemade simple onion cheese sticks. I hope you like the recipe. It's very simple and very delicious, and definitely there are a lots of the flavors into it, and they are going to burst into your mouth and they are going to make your day joyful. So I hope guys I hope you like my recipe, and once again I thank you Amul and all of you for just watching me, and Amul for giving me the opportunity.